dumbass.
All right.
But I knew that's what he was thinking, so I just let you know.
We're streamed everywhere you get your podcasts. We're on the web at airedoutVT.com. Yesterday was social media day, and I posted up yesterday. What do you think about social media? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? What say you about this? Not a single comment.
Well, I think it can be both. And it was Sunday that you posted that. People are not paying attention, hopefully, to social media.
They're out in their gardens in their underwear.
Right. And hopefully they're not paying attention to social media on Sundays.
Well, that's true.
They're doing family things and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe if you post it on a Monday when they should be working, you'll get all kinds of answers.
All right. But here's the thing. I also posted this just released survey about what's the most popular chicken sandwich. And we got like a huge amount of comments on that. Mm-hmm. A lot of people were weighing in on that. So go figure.
Well,
you know what? Based on what I read here, I haven't tallied up everything, but it looks like Popeyes was way out in the lead over all those other chicken sandwich places. I don't know, Popeyes. I don't know where to begin this morning.
It was a very crazy weekend. Let's first begin with something good.
Yeah.
Let's begin with.
Let's talk about one of our sponsors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
All right. Well, that isn't where I was going to go, but I will go there. Yeah. Let's talk about Giroux General Transport, who has a class coming up ASAP on July 29th. That's like tomorrow.
Yeah.
So call Tracy now to get registered, 802-279-3325. Mm-hmm. She knows all the ins and outs. If you need a grant, if you need assistance with the funding in any way, she can help you with all of that. She's start to finish. Giroux is definitely there for you, for sure. And please, 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 if you're thinking of doing this class, call DMV today and book your appointment for your permit. You must have your permit in order to do the class now. If you have an appointment scheduled and your appointment is like on day 1 or 2 of the class, there is a little bit of leeway. So they will work with you on that. But if you intend to take this class, you really need to call DMV as soon as possible and schedule your permit appointment. And again, 802-279-3325 will get you Tracy, and she will do everything she can to help you get into that class.
Yeah, good people. Good people.
Yeah.
Right here in Barrie also.
Yes.
I want to mention FGB Theaters. Lily and I got out to see Garfield on Saturday over at the Capitol Showplace. Amazing. It was just such a great experience. It was just daddy-daughter.
And it was a good movie?
It was a great movie.
Well, good.
Can I say daddy-daughter?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
That's what you are.
Well, I just don't want to offend.
Your daddy and daughter.
I don't want to offend anybody by saying daddy-daughter.
Well, that's what you are.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be offensive because that's what you are.
I'm a daddy.
And so you're just wanting to be respected for your pronoun that you choose.
Daddy.
You're daddy.
All right.
And she's your daughter.
Daughter.
And those are the things that you choose. So we're just as respectful as that for that as we are anything else, correct?
Okay. Yeah, but that's
right.
That's what I thought. But.
That's what you choose. So absolutely.
But we got I don't know, 5-gallon bucket of popcorn and some candy and some drinks, and she brought her Squishmallow and her blankets, and we cuddled up and watched Garfield, and it was just an amazing experience.
Perfect.
And I'll tell you, that Capitol Showplace Theater, my God, if you haven't been in there since the remodeling, oh my God, it's beautiful. It's like it's better than it was before the flood. I mean, it's just such a beautiful theater and a staple in our community. So here in Central Vermont. So, what's Roger Hill saying for weather today? Do we know?
I don't know what Roger's saying. I know what everybody else is saying, and I know everybody else is saying that today is going to be a stellar day.
Yeah.
With low humidity. It will start creeping up later today, but it's going to be sunny and 70s, and that's perfect.
Look at you.
Tomorrow, it's going to get a little more humid. It'll be hotter.
You
Temperature-wise, humidity-wise. Yeah, it's gonna be a decent week.
You sound
Even 4th of July is going to be an incredible day. So,
Do you think you should have been a meteorologist?
no,
Okay. I mean, you sound.
because I don't want to get into all that techie crap that they get in. Although I could probably predict it as well as they do, even just, by
No.
looking up.
Look out your window. That's the weather.
Yeah.
Clear skies tonight, 50, and again, lots of sunshine tomorrow. A few high clouds, upper 70s, so low humidity, pleasantly cool, and great sleeping weather. 50 degrees at night. My God, it's perfect.
I know I had my window wide open last night. It was wonderful.
Biden's debate performance has sparked a lot of concerns and is raising a lot of questions about whether or not he's fit to be president. This is all over the news, and I know you and I don't hang out talking about politics too much, but and the same can be said for Trump too. And I posted up, should Biden step down? And if so, why or why not? And who would you like to see replace him? I think we all pretty much know that Trump's not going to step down, but is there a Republican contender that you'd like to see have a fair shot at the presidency? And who would you like to see replace Biden, who says he will not step down, and his family is encouraging him to stay strong and stay tough. But man, it's like everywhere, just all over the media. That's all they were talking about this weekend.
Yeah.
Is Biden stepping down.
Are you surprised?
Not surprised.
Well, and not just Biden. They're saying it would be great if there
Yes.
were two totally different candidates. I mean, it just, and yeah, people are really stressing out about the options here.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do as far as that goes either. It's scary. It's very scary times we live in.
Yes, it is. Today's July 1st, so we have all of these new laws in Vermont, which we'll talk about some of them.
Like the horrible payroll tax that is going to
Right.
really hurt badly
Yeah.
a lot of local small businesses.
Yes, it is.
restaurants, stores. It's huge. That's a huge huge blow.
It is.
And that worries me probably more than any of them, just because and I thought we learned this during COVID, how much small business means, what the local guy means, the in-person contact that we were able to have, the way they stood behind their community, remained open, found ways to still serve their community. They were there when it counted most, and they would continue to be. And it just, I don't know. It's disgusting that we want to continue to hurt them.
It's counterproductive at the very, very least, but and quite the opposite of the message that was pushed so hard, like you just said, during COVID.
Yeah. They were tested.
Support buy local, support your your local businesses while we tax the shit out of them, so that we can make more money. I don't get it, man.
Well, and the problem is that then they have to raise their prices, and then people are upset because they're raising their prices, and they say, "Well, this is why we shop at Amazon or Walmart or whatever."
Yep.
But those things aren't the fault of the business owner, and I think sometimes the mentality of some that think that just because you own a business, you have a lot of money, that is like the furthest from the truth. you probably have, most small businesses have more debt than they do income. They do it because they truly want to, and it's something that they love to do, not because they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
Exactly.
Especially around here.
You know, every year, July 1st, there's some new laws, and some of them are just so ridiculous that it just has so many Vermonters scratching their heads. And, you know, I had a friend say to me, you know what? There's a good number of Vermonters that just don't have the time to pay attention to this shit. And frankly, don't even care about some of these new laws. I mean, some of them you really should care about. You really should be paying attention.
You should
like
always care.
Like this payroll tax.
The majority of them you should care about. It just...
But the race-based hair discrimination law that's... Say what? Dreadlocks, braids, cornrows, afros, wigs, head coverings.
I did not know that those things were preventing people from getting a job, but
how do you pass
and the fact that there needed to be a law
Yeah.
for it, and there needed to be time spent on that is just wow.
And no more throwing away batteries. I think...
which I thought was the case for a long time.
Right.
I thought that you were supposed to recycle them or bring them to one of the centers. I thought it's been that way for a long time, but apparently not. I did find that out about hairspray cans. Speaking of hairspray cans, do you want to tell everybody what I did to myself on Thursday? Which had nothing to do with why we weren't here, by the way, because I pulled it together and was able to get out the door. But you want me to tell everybody what I did?
Please.
So everybody knows that I'm pretty much blind as hell without my glasses on. Am blind in my right eye, and I was running a little late. Got into the bathroom. The mirror was a mess from my son. Things like that just drive me crazy. So of course I had to stop, clean the mirror first, all of that stuff. Then I get in the shower. I'm running late. I'm running around, and my phone and my glasses are in the bedroom. I can hear the stupid thing dinging. So that's bothering me that I can't, run to that at the moment. So whatever. Start my routine. I continue with my routine, blow dry my hair, whatever. And then I do the same thing as I do each and every day. Close my eyes, hold my breath, and I grab that can and spray for all it's worth. And until I open my eyes, I do not realize that when my head is this one big white freaking foam ball that I have used the aerosol can of the glass cleaner. So then I'm freaking out thinking that I can't get this shit out of my hair quick enough because I don't know if it's going to turn my hair orange or bright green or what because of the chemicals in it. I don't know, but I wash it out of my hair. I have to do the whole thing over again, blow dry my hair. And I put the can in the other room where it belonged. If I put it there to begin with and wasn't hurrying, I wouldn't have ever picked it up instead of my hairspray and sprayed my head with it. My hairspray wasn't even out, but there was a blue and white can sitting there, and I thought it was my hairspray and my glasses on. Literally closed my eyes, held my breath just like I do, and I really spray that shit too. And so, yeah.
Did you jump back in the shower as fast as you could?
Yes. I was so scared shitless that my hair was going to be falling out or bright orange or something. I was like, oh my God. And all day long, if I moved just right, I could smell it still. So it's like I didn't get it all out of my hair and I wasn't home, and it was just, and He thought it was hysterical.
Well, listen, just know this, that if you were to show up for work with this giant white afro, you wouldn't. There's a law in Vermont now that says that
I would have been protected.
You would have been, yes.
Yeah, I could have. Well, no, because it wasn't July 1st yet.
Oh,
But you could have fired me just for that alone. Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh shit. How does stuff like that happen? I mean, it's just God. My God.
It's just when you live a crazy life, I guess. I don't know.
Man.
If I could have just gotten by with the mirror the way it was until later and left it alone, but no, there's shit on it and I had to clean it right that minute.
Oh.
Whatever.
Wait to hear about the next one, but I want to say happy birthday to Nishanda, to Carlotta, to Sean Lamson. These are all folks that are on the birthday list today. William French, Pat Colbert, or Corbett, I should say. Or is it Corbet? Corbett. I'm going to go with Corbett. Evan Lanphier, Terry Jerome, and Melody Gay. Happy birthday.
Happy
everyone.
birthday.
The one that really got me was this law that requires Vermont schools to let students apply their own sunscreen if they have a parent or guardian's permission. It's astonishing to me that this has to be a Vermont law. Can we not settle this at the school?
Right, and we took time away from other extremely important topics to deal with these sorts of things.
Why does this have to be a Vermont law? Why can't we just say, hey, at our school, we require a note from the parent saying that the kid can put on their own sunscreen.
I know. That's what we used to do back when I was in school, apparently 10 million years ago. If we wanted to have Tylenol or something like that, my parents just signed a little note that said, yes, if Raylene comes to you and says she has a headache, it's okay to give her Tylenol.
Right. This is simple.
Pretty simple.
Stuff.
And how about if I put it in her backpack, that means I said she could use it, damn it.
Right. Wow.
Right?
Those are the old days.
But who knows?
We have new child car seat requirements, which I'm all about child safety. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that's pretty good, actually. I've read through it. Let's see. The legislation updates Vermont's child luring statute to specifically outlaw actions that manipulate a child to engage in sexual activity, such as inappropriate touching, excessive gifts or compliments, provision of alcohol or drugs, or separation of the child from peers or family. That's so sad that this has to be. It is that the times have come where we have to make that has to be a law.
Well, so in regards to that,
It's just
prior to that being on the books, prosecution wouldn't have been able to go as far without it being law. That's the problem with some of the laws that we do or don't have. Either they're not strong enough or they are super weak and it prohibits prosecution in a lot of these cases or the extent of prosecution.
Yeah.
So maybe this will aid in that some.
Good point. We have the legislation intending to curtail shoplifting in Vermont. Previously, if a person steals less than $900 worth of merchandise, the initial and any repeat offenses are considered misdemeanors. Wow. This law makes a third offense a felony with a significant fine and possibly jail time if the property stolen is valued between $250 and $900. The bill also reduces penalties for first-time offenders who steal less than $250 in merchandise. What say you about this? And what say everyone about this? Post your comments up. I want to know what you think.
Again, hopefully it helps with prosecution is my only thought.
Right. They're
But-
looking for the repeat offenders here.
Right. And we know that there's plenty of that going on. I think I've seen some that Cheyenne Batchelder. I think I have seen her name in the just Berlin Police Department arrest records alone.
Oh, yeah.
Probably 20 times just in the last month. And then most recently I saw where she was arrested and she has she had extraditable warrants in New Hampshire. And I believe she was not released when they caught her over the weekend. I think she was brought to New Hampshire. But I mean, we're talking a great number of offenses. You see
Right.
her constantly.
Yeah.
As
Well,
many as well as many others.
Many others. I was going to say there's so many repeat offenders. It's amazing. And the Berlin police, they're just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
mean, they're
Kohl's,
always-
TJ Maxx,
They're always
Walmart.
up there. Yeah.
Kinney Drugs a lot lately. Yeah. Yeah.
This one's going to spike the blood pressure a little bit. Maybe we probably won't hang out and talk about this one too much, but we have a new law that lowers the age for children to confidentially access materials in public libraries from age 16 down to age 12. Should we move right along on that? Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's move right along.
As JD drips blood from his mouth.
Oh my God. We have a new law that prohibits entering a motor vehicle without permission, a crime that will carry penalties up to 3 months in prison and $500.
Again, prosecution.
Yeah.
The way it was written before, so how was I believe it was operating without owner's consent.
Right.
Which was also a misdemeanor.
Right.
So I think that may help change the way they prosecute.
Right. We have a new law that raises the possible fines for people who let livestock loose in public places. Towns are now authorized to pass ordinances related to livestock running at large.
Here come the chickens.
Whatever happened to the old Vermont? I mean, it's like cows got out. You help your neighbor get your cows back in.
Oh, people still do that.
Or they still do that. Yes.
Yes, unless it's some asshole from Connecticut that's your neighbor and is pissed off because the cow stamped on the dandelions that grow every year, but
You're
they're
profiling
beautiful.
Connecticut.
Massachusetts,
You're
New York,
profiling
New Jersey,
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, Southern New York. I don't know, like anywhere south of Vermont.
Are chickens livestock?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, when I think of livestock, I think of cows and horses, and
That's it. Well, maybe that's what it's. Maybe then that's all it is. But I thought it was all farm animals. Was livestock.
See, here we go again. We're getting Glenn all pissed off.
That's right, Flatlanders. Glenn's neighbor's a Flatlander.
Glenn's neighbor is a Flatlander?
Yes.
Did you just say on the air that Glenn Brummert's neighbor is a Flatlander?
Yes.
You just said that on the air.
He is.
Wait a second. Did you just say that Glenn
Yes, I did. Glenn says, yes, he is. He sure as hell isn't any
Jesus.
Vermonter.
Oh, my God. Livestock loose in public. Senior year, high school, for me, we had a pig that was greased up with Crisco. I'm not saying I had any part of this involvement because I don't want to get in trouble. That was in 1989. I don't want anyone coming looking for me.
It doesn't matter. Everything you did your entire life, people will drag out and beat you over the head with it.
True.
Believe me.
True. But we had this little piglet, and he was greased up with Crisco, and we let him go in the school on the last day of school, senior year. When I say we, I'm not suggesting that I was part of the we. I'm just saying I was there when we as a
Right, happened. We get it.
You know what I'm
we
saying?
get it. Please tell the story before people
that's
leave
it.
us.
No, that's it.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, we just let him go.
Oh, you just let him go.
Somehow they got him. I don't know.
Oh.
I think it was Mr. Ronco that got him.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah. What else is going on? What else is happening? Should we talk about some of the shitty news that happened over the weekend
Well, let's
in
talk
Vermont?
about the good news first. I want to tell the good news. So the good news is that Becky Wilbo, who is a,
Devoted watcher, listener.
right, exactly. She had reached out on, I believe it was Friday morning. No, it was or Thursday, Friday morning, I think, and said, "I lost my husband's glasses.
Oh, yeah.
last night
Saw
at the
that.
racetrack." Da 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 da. So, I made a post for her because I couldn't post from the post that she made. So I made a post. Hillary Scott chimed in. Hillary talked to people at the track. They could not find them, but Hillary was there working on the flowers, watering the flowers, stuff like that this weekend, and she found them. And so Becky's husband's glasses, which are very expensive, by the way, prescription sunglasses are definitely not cheap. No glasses are cheap. But yes, so through the power and positivity of social media, the glasses were recovered and are now back in the hands and back on the face of Becky's husband.
I want to say thank you to not only Hillary, but thank you to Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes, absolutely.
Because if it wasn't for Mark, the glasses wouldn't have been found.
I just thought that was awesome.
And now we've got the Surgeon General calling on Congress to require social media warning labels. Mm-hmm. Warning, we've got some glasses missing. You better look for them. I think that I love stuff like this.
Yeah, me too. Me
love-
too.
I
That's
love hearing stuff like this.
that's we get to help in little ways here and there, and that's just one of them.
Yeah. Also, some great news.
For Stacy,
Yeah. Oh my God, that was great.
Lurch came home.
Lurch is home.
Yes, so
Wow.
they got the first, and then Lurch is home.
Oh, that's so cool. I loved seeing that post. I'm trying to find it, of course, quickly so I can share it. But if you've been on the Aired Out page, here it is.
Yeah,
right here.
it's there.
Look at
Little
this.
guy had some quills there, but he chose to stay out a little longer than his mate. But
Little longer.
yeah, but he's by a couple of days. So, but he's home and he's safe and he's sound and he's with his people and everybody can rest now. I mean, they put some serious miles in the woods.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were on foot too. They
Everywhere.
put some serious miles on and put some serious hours in. Yeah.
Stacy Poulin and the rest of her family are so happy. Yeah, they. I don't know where. Do you know where they found him?
I don't. No.
If you look very carefully at your screen,
You see the little quills.
you can see the quills in the mouth, but you can also see, if you really, here, let me see if I can zoom in. This is how we do it right here. You ready? Mm-hmm. Watch this. Look at this. Right there. That's a raw chicken leg right there. It's a chicken leg.
It is. Okay.
Yes.
That's how they got him.
That's how they got him. I mean, when you start saying lurch, we got some raw chicken over here, Bob. He's coming.
Yeah. Perfect.
I think this is a great story. I love it. If I was Stacy, I would probably sit down and be like, after all the hubbub is over and everything, and I'd be like, Lurch, what the fuck, bud?
I know.
Where the hell have you been for the last? What was it?
I don't know the number of days. It was a long time.
10 days?
It was a long time.
Where the hell have you been? And Lurch would be like, well, I was trying to get laid. This is not the place, Lurch, to be getting laid, bud. You're going up in the woods. You're covering all these miles in the middle of the rain at night and everything. You're not going to get laid that way, pal. Go to Burlington if you want to get laid. Okay? Okay. That would have been the conversation.
Are you freaking serious right now? Oh my good gracious.
Ellie St. Pierre is heading back to the Olympics in the 1500 meter. That lady is just unbelievable. My God, we are so proud here in Vermont. Unreal.
Yes.
The St. Albans fugitive who dragged Colchester police, literally dragged them. Mm-hmm. The video's unbelievable. We've had it on the page for a while now, a couple days. Still on the run after a string of incidents on Sunday morning. What can you
and now is believed to be the person involved in Washington as well, where he pulled into somebody's driveway.
The same guy.
There was a call that he had overdosed up the road. He came to, left that scene, pulled into this young woman's driveway right on Route 110, and she was home with her children, and he pulls in the driveway, gets out of his car. The next thing she knows, the police are behind him. They're out of their car. You can hear on her video where she is telling her kids to get in their room and stay there. She's obviously petrified. This guy gets out of his car and tells the cop
to move.
Get your car out of my way, move. And he gets back in his car, backs into the homeowner's car, and backs out and around the state cop and takes off again. Absolutely just insane. This guy is insane, and clearly whacked out of his mind enough that he doesn't give a shit what's happening.
This all went down yesterday morning. Mm-hmm. And the Friday night kerfuffle, when he dragged that cop, was in Colchester. That was Friday night, right? Friday night, I think.
Yeah. I was shocked how it all happened. I really was. And I don't know, did the cop not shoot at the tire at least, or because the kids were right there? It was too close to the house. I don't know. But could he have tased him and like
something,
took him out?
He's gonna kill somebody,
right? Rammed his car, blocked him in more. But did he not want to block him into that innocent person's driveway where her kids were? I don't know. I don't know all the circumstances, so it's hard to. But I have to believe that he could have done something to get this guy in custody, because he's definitely out of control.
Yeah, 39 years old. His name is Andrew Brace. Mm-hmm. This. What do you think? Do you think he's still in Vermont?
I don't know. I wish he wasn't.
We got to get this dude. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for the story to break that we got him. I feel like it's going to happen.
I hope so.
Vermont State Police investigating a head-on collision between two cars that left one driver dead and the other one in serious condition. This went down Saturday on 89 southbound in Montpelier. Jason Ball from Barrie was...
Yeah, that didn't happen on Saturday.
It didn't.
That happened on Wednesday. They released the gentleman's name
On Saturday.
on Saturday.
All right. Jason Ball.
Yes.
All right.
50 at Barrie.
Driving his Chevy Malibu northbound, crossed over the median into the southbound lane, hitting a Honda CRV head-on. He was pronounced dead at the scene, but the driver of the Honda, 46-year-old woman from Plainfield, she is recovering from serious but not life-threatening injuries at Central Vermont Medical Center. Wow. How tragic.
It is tragic. It's tragic and just absolutely insane, the number of accidents that happened over the weekend.
It is.
There was another accident on Friday evening.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything really about it in the news at all. I know it occurred on Snowbridge Road. I know there is a gentleman in critical condition at UVM. I've seen the GoFundMe for him. His wife is pregnant, going to have their sixth child any day now, and he is in critical condition. And I know that in that same accident, a local young man lost his life. And I don't know if we're, I mean, I know that his mom there has been stuff posted for him as well. I
wonder, is this in the Times-Argus today?
Now it wasn't as of this morning, when I left. But I don't know if maybe it is now. But it just absolutely horrible that this has happened, for sure.
Then we had a motorcyclist who yesterday afternoon crashed by himself and landed in somebody's front yard, and he was pronounced dead. Where was that up? That was up north, wasn't it?
Yes. That was in Colchester as well.
There's a lot of bad
A lot
shit
of stuff
coming out
happening in Colchester
Yeah.
the last few days. They had a really bad fire there last night too at the Burger Bar, and so the road was closed down. And yeah,
We got a Burlington guy that is 48-year-old Thomas O'Halloran, who's behind bars this weekend, led police on a unbelievable chase in a stolen car, crashed into a house, hit several cars, a police cruiser, and gravestones during this pursuit, which started Friday afternoon. Police say that witnesses were calling 911 about a pickup truck that was swerving, almost hitting surrounding vehicles, heading toward the Winooski roundabout. And they chased and lost him, and chased him again and lost him, and then they finally caught up with him at the St. Joseph's Cemetery, where he hit several gravestones, backed over him, and continued chase, and finally got hung up on one of them, and I guess got out of the car and started running, and they tackled him and got him in a ditch. And during the arrest, he bit and injured one of the officer's legs. Burlington Police Department. Big story out of that police department this weekend. It's just horrible. $10,000 bail. He's camped out at the Northwest Correctional Facility.
well, and hopefully they keep him there.
And he's due in court in 45 minutes. facing felony and misdemeanor charges, including assault with a deadly weapon, aggravated assault on a police officer, and multiple leaving scenes of an accident.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, friggin' crazy. Absolutely crazy.
But we'll say, he's had a hard childhood, and let's give him a break.
Right, or he was, drugs, drug addict, whatever.
Give him a break. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Go ahead. You were going to say
the destruction and chaos that he caused, for sure. I hope he sits for a long time, but who knows? And actually, just biting the officer, believe it or not, that's considered that he used deadly force against an officer. Spit is considered a weapon. Yeah, because of disease. So they could upgrade those charges if they so chose, but it's Vermont, they probably won't. And especially because there's no law about it yet, probably.
Stacy just said, Jesus, I thought all of this crazy shit happens here in Florida. I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, very wrong, especially lately around here. And then we have another deadly crash in Mendon on the Notch Road in Mendon. Gavin Barmore, 17 of Rutland, died after crashing into a tree off Notch Road in Mendon shortly before 6 a.m. The crews also took a 19 and 18-year-old to the hospital with serious injuries. So that happened over the weekend as well.
And then we had that kid who had his car fall on him while he was changing his oil.
That happened last week as well.
God.
Yep, the car fell off the jack.
Was that Friday, Thursday, Friday? Something like that.
Yeah, earlier in the week. That's...
My God.
I just can't even imagine. He was a recent graduate. It just is the boy that died here on Snowbridge Road on Friday evening. But the young man that died right in the parking lot at the school, Mount Mansfield High School, he was from Underhill. Jeez. And the car fell off the jack and crushed him. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about something positive here. We've got we're into July now. We've already had fun making fun of Vermont's new laws that go into effect today. So if you missed that part, Kristen Perry, go back and rewatch that towards the beginning of the show. But we have the Heritage Festival coming up, which is going to be amazing. There's so much stuff going on. We're watching. We're posting. I know the parade is going to be bigger than probably ever before. It's going to be huge. Central Vermont Cars and Coffee is going to be in that with some really nice automobiles, and they're going to have a car show somewhere over in Metro Way, I think, right after the parade. So it's going to be. I know that's the last weekend of this month, but it's going to be amazing this year. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Hurricane Beryl, Category 4, Southeast Caribbean. Hurricane warnings in effect. Barbados, St. Lucia, Grenada, St. Vincent, Grenadines.
I thought we were switching gears and talking about great things, good things.
Well,
hurricanes don't sound very good to me.
Listen, it's
take cover, Stacy.
South of Barbados this morning. So really developing for the Windward Islands and the first major hurricane east of the Lesser Antilles on record for June. So how far will this thing come up? I don't know, but we're going to watch it.
Yeah.
Supreme Court allows cities to enforce bans on homeless people sleeping outside. That was a big headline this weekend.
Yes, it was.
Did you read any of that?
It won't happen here. So, no, I didn't read it.
We have the Food and Drug Administration saying a widely used treatment that helps or that heats milk for at least 15 seconds at 161 degrees Fahrenheit will kill the bird flu. So if you're worried about
Okay, then.
yeah, so if you're worried about the bird flu, the milk in your fridge, just boil it. We got a Boston woman. Did you hear about this? Scammed out of thousands of dollars by a man who claimed that he was helping her at an automated teller machine, ATM. Megan Bates, Friday afternoon, decided to take out some cash for lunch. Walked up to a Bank of America ATM. Realized that the debit card that she had in her pocket was not her own at the end of everything that happened. I guess this new scam is that you're being watched, and that when you walk away, someone will come up to you and say, "Hey, you still have a $10 bill that's sticking out of the machine," which, of course, they just put in there. So you turn around, you go over to the machine, and you see another $10 bill sticking out of there. And you're like, what's this all about? And the person says to you, the transaction was not closed. Here, I'll help you. Give me your card. You hand your card to them. They put the card in the machine. Card comes back out. They take it, and they literally do a little magic trick where they give you a different card, and they take your card.
Oh.
But they've got your PIN number now. So she wakes up the next day, $4,000 taken out of her bank account.
Wow.
Insane. The moral of this story is if you're at the ATM, don't be talking with people when you're at the ATM. Just don't do it. Now we've got another scam targeting timeshare holders, and this is being traced back to the Mexican drug cartels, who do extensive research on people who are timeshares, older people who have a lot of money. That's their target that they look for, and they basically get in touch with them. They call them and they explain to them that they've got to pay taxes and fees up front. And if they don't pay these legal fees, that they're going to be in a whole lot of trouble. And it is absolutely amazing. And the Mexican cartel is behind this, which is so unbelievably scary. And they threaten them that the Mexican Financial Intelligence Unit is going to be in touch with them, and it's a scare tactic.
They're always coming up with something new.
But people are doing it, though.
Yeah.
They're doing it. The Supreme Court on Friday made it harder to charge Capitol riot defenders with obstruction, which, of course, has also been brought against Donald Trump. They ruled 6-3. Trump is pretty happy about it. More than 1,400 people have been charged with Capitol riot-related federal crimes. About 1,000 of them have pleaded guilty or have been convicted by a jury or a judge after the trial. And they'll still be in trouble, but probably nowhere near as much trouble now if this goes through. So I don't know. This is unbelievable. What else? Anything?
Tomorrow, this Wednesday at the VFW Post 790 is Donna Moran.
Oh.
Donna Thunder Moran, I should say. And
Wing-a-ding.
And for Wing-a-ding. So it's not just wings over at the VFW this week. You get to wing-a-ding and sing with Donna.
Wing-a-ding and
They have
sing.
a really good time over there,
As long
when
as
they
it's
do
not
that.
my ding.
Have you ever gone over there?
I haven't, but I haven't.
You really need to go there on a Wednesday night. It's a lot of fun, and especially on Wing-a-ding night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donna's
On
so
Wing-a-ding
much fun.
and sing. Yeah.
So-
It's a lot of great fun. You really should go over on a Wednesday night.
All right.
And then we have, if you're not ready for the 4th of July, you still need something. You need cooler. You need a new Blackstone. You need sauces, rubs, a pool for the backyard for the kids to play in. Maybe swing, patio furniture, whatever. You know where you can get all of that? right
I
across
do.
the street,
Right behind
at Nelson Ace Hardware. They celebrated this weekend with a little barbecue and 100 years of Ace service over the weekend. On Saturday, they had a little party over there for the community, and everything that you saw there Saturday is up for grabs and open all week. They can get you all prepared
Yeah.
for the 4th.
The rubs, the sauces, the grills. You
Everything.
Want, if you're a charcoal
Yetis,
guy, if you're a charcoal
everything.
guy, don't worry. They do a full line of charcoal grills too.
They have pizza ovens. They have everything.
Yeah.
You can literally walk into Nelson's.
I know.
Walk out and have one hell of a party, all planned, done. Just go to the grocery store. That's it. You have everything else you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love them over there. Check it
do.
out.
Yeah, check out the Milwaukee cordless tools over there. Chainsaws, weed whackers, brush cutters, everything. Oh my God, they're incredible.
Yeah.
I got one from there, by the way.
Concerts all over are the free concerts at parks all over are kicking off. Fairleigh, Montpelier, Randolph, Williamstown, and soon right here in the city of Barrie. So the farmers markets have already started up. July 11th is the city kickoff for concerts in the park and food truck Thursdays. We've got the Heritage Festival coming right around the corner, where you will be hanging out with Central Vermont Coffees and Cars.
Cars and coffee.
Cars and coffee.
Yep.
You'll be your little truck. You'll be down there with your little truck,
Yep. Can't wait.
hanging out.
It's going to be great.
Michael and Booten and I will be right up here, somewhere on Main Street. We don't know
You're
where.
going to stream it?
We're setting up our little stage, but we're going to be like the Dick Clark and whoever the hell he decided to have for that. But I'm not any of those.
Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, maybe Michael could be Ryan Seacrest. I don't know, but maybe we just better be Michael and Raylene, because I don't think we fit the bill for any of those people. But anyways, we will be here live. We'll be right here on Main Street somewhere, with the commentary and the whole 9 yards. So if you can't get down here, but you really should try. You really should try. This year's going to be pretty kick-ass. They've had a lot of people sign up, and the Veterans Place is also going to be in the parade this year. So I'm super excited for that. And they'll have a table.
Will anyone be throwing glitter?
Quite possibly.
Okay.
Which, as we know, will scare Michael right off the stage. Michael is petrified of glitter. He does not like glitter. Glitter makes Michael angry.
Trust me, you don't want to see Michael angry.
Yeah.
What else? Anything?
I don't think so. I think we're good.
It was a busy Monday morning, wasn't it, though?
It was
Jesus.
a busy Monday morning. It's been busy lately. Just a lot of stuff. We need to just somehow settle down, take a breath, regroup, and
Yeah.
I don't know, wake up tomorrow and think in a different way of how we're going to face all this and deal with all of this, I guess. I don't know.
I'm going to be...
And me too. Me too. I'm guilty. There's some people that are saying some stuff right now online that just, man, they push me. I always say, nope, I'm not going to get involved. I won't say anything. I'm going to bite my tongue. But then my claws come out because they hurt people that I love and adore and have a lot of respect for. And then this evil side of me comes out and I say what's ever on my mind. And I can't help it. It's terrible.
Is Jake Hemrick back at it again?
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, maybe he finally went to the woods to shit with a bear. I don't know.
Did he?
They were looking.
Did he move out of Vermont?
No, but he moved here to be a park ranger. And since he left being a mayor, I saw they were advertising for park rangers. So you never know. He may have finally took a position.
Seriously.
I'm being serious.
So who's pissing? Who's being mean? Barry Values again?
No, actually, fellow Republicans are just being real assholes to Michael Booten. I'll straight up say who they're being assholes to, because they don't like the way he votes on some things at the school board. And I think that he's done an excellent job. He's trying super hard to keep things civil and to keep things, and he's asked time and time and time and time again, and he has put plenty on the table. And if they're not making the moves, that's their fault. It's not on him. It's not on him. He's continues to break tiebreakers. He is the tie-breaking vote, and he's doing the best he can. And he recently announced that he's running for state rep as a write-in Republican candidate. And I, for one, will be shouting from the rooftops for him, because we need him.
I for two.
And he will absolutely do an incredible job there. We need him there. We need his... to me, he's a lot like Phil Scott. He's just a true Vermont Republican.
Common sense
Republican that doesn't do stuff. He doesn't do it with the objective of being an asshole,
right,
and making people's lives miserable. He doesn't do it with a rah, rah, rah behind him.
Right.
That doesn't make him a part of the Barrie values or anything else. And so somebody that was running her mouth to him, who has run for an office a couple of times and lost both times, I told her, if you think you could do better, you could be on the ballot if you want. And then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot you were a couple times, but you couldn't do it. So back off.
You know
and
what?
So maybe I shouldn't say things like that, but come on. You don't start beating on people that are in your own party simply because you're more radical than they are or extreme than they are. You just don't do that shit.
You know what Michael doesn't do? He doesn't spend a lot of time, anytime, pointing fingers and blaming others or something else or other circumstances for anything.
Exactly.
He takes the wheel and says, let's just solve this.
Take a breath and think about the whole picture. Like Glenn says, he's the voice of reason, and he really is. He's the voice of reason. More than once, it has been Michael that has made me step back a minute, take a breath, and really think about the entire picture. And do I always agree with him still? No. Michael and I disagree a lot of times on a lot of different things, but I can see his point and I can see where he's going with it and the why he's going there. And I have to respect that he, because he does truly think about his constituents, and he's not just tossing these votes out willy-nilly. He's done this with a lot of thought, and it's with a lot of sleepless nights, really thinking about these things.
Yeah.
And I truly think that the city of Barrie is very lucky that he is choosing to run.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, there's also there's plenty of haters out there, and jealousy is rooted. Jealousy and egos are rooted in a lot of stuff. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, we will.
We all good? We're all done?
We're all done.
I want to close out this program by telling you about one of the items at the Texas State Fair. And I'm going to put all of these, by the way, on right out so you can wacky Texas State Fair. Ready? Sitting down. Facts. Bacon pickle fries. Let me say it again. Facts, bacon, pickle topped with thick cut maple caramelized bacon chunks.